The call didn't sound real. Static, ragged breath. My wife's voice shredded into panic. "He broke in! My ex-husband! He shot our son!" Her words cut through the satellite delay like a blade across skin. 8 years old, my boy. Small hands, wooden sword, always trying to protect her. The sat phone slid in my grip, sweat pooling in my palms despite the desert cold. My commander's hand closed over mine. He didn't blink, didn't hesitate. "You have a 12-hour flight. Upon landing, you'll have access to your weapons cache. Erase him." The line went dead. My world shrank to a single pulse. Erase him. The order felt less like command, more like permission. But in the silence that followed, beneath the ringing in my ears, another thought stirred, darker, heavier. Why was her voice shaking with fear of him when she'd always told me he was gone? 12 hours in the dark belly of a transport plane. 12 hours to replay her words, her tone, the details she didn't mean to reveal. Ex-husband. The term should have been past tense. A shadow she'd claimed had disappeared years ago, paper signed, name buried. I had believed her, trusted her. Now it bled into the present tense, sharp and living. He was there, inside our house, inside her voice. My boy tried to protect her, died in the attempt. But why did he know where she lived? Why was he close enough to reach her? The military teaches you to follow suspicion, not sentiment. And the longer I sat strapped into that freezing seat, the more the suspicion grew claws. I imagined her face when she said the word X. Too quick, too rehearsed. The hesitation wasn't grief, it was calculation. The thought slithered into my chest and stayed there. What if the break-in wasn't random? What if it wasn't forced at all? Back home, the house was still wrapped in crime scene tape, the front window shattered like a dead eye. I didn't step inside. I didn't need to. My focus wasn't on the blood. It was on her. She sat at my mother's kitchen table when I walked in, her eyes red, her voice trembling, but her phone, face down, close to her hand. Grief doesn't guard secrets. Fear does. I kissed her forehead without feeling her skin, sat across from her, watched her twist her ring finger, too bare, too light. "I'll find him," I said. She nodded too quickly, too eager. That night, I accessed her laptop. She'd changed passwords, but discipline teaches patience. Eventually, I found what I was looking for. Emails. Not from years ago. Weeks. Days. Not an ex. A lover. Every word pressed nails into me. "Miss you. When can I see you? He's still overseas. We have time." My son hadn't died protecting her from a stranger. He had died protecting her from the man she let back in. I needed certainty, not rage. Certainty. Phone records, private investigator reports, a DNA test I forced through military channels with a quiet favor. The results returned like a scalpel, cutting me open. My boy, my son, was not mine by blood. I sat in the dark with the paper in my lap. My pulse slowed, my mind cleared. The silence stretched, sharp and endless. In the morning, I placed the folder on the kitchen table in front of her. "What's this?" she whispered. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. Her hand shook as she opened it. The blood drained from her face. The mask she wore cracked, and the truth spilled through her eyes. "No," she said. "Please, let me explain." I stared at her like she was already dead. I leaned forward, voice calm, almost gentle. I already knew when I got off the plane. She froze. "I knew when you said ex-husband. I knew when you touched your empty ring finger. I knew when you flinched at his name, but not at my son's." Her mouth opened, closed. I slid the folder back toward me, then tucked it under my arm. "This isn't going to the police. It's going to his family. Your secret is theirs now." Her breath hitched, panic breaking through the cracks. "Please, don't." I stood. "You used me. You lied to me. You let my boy die protecting a man who was never a stranger." I didn't raise my voice. I didn't need to. When I walked out, she collapsed in the chair, silent sobs shaking her frame. That was the first time I felt lighter. I never saw her again. Didn't attend the funeral she arranged. Didn't listen to the apologies she left on voicemail. The truth had burned everything clean. He wasn't my son by blood, but he was mine in every way that mattered. His death wasn't fate, it was consequence. And now she lives in that consequence, every day, every night, with no shield, no lies left to stand behind. I didn't need to erase the man. She erased herself. My last memory of her face isn't grief, it's realization. That was enough. I walked away knowing I'd already won.